This chapter details the formal proceedings after the murder, including the introduction of the family lawyer and the reading of the will. The discovery of missing money shifts suspicion onto the household staff, particularly a parlor maid who has just given her notice, and Poirot begins to subtly direct my own investigative efforts. We found Mrs. Ackroyd in the hall, with a small, dried-up little man and lawyer written all over him. This was Mr. Hammond.
Oh, yes, M. Poirot. Of course, my dear, he is to find Ralph, is he not?
He is to find out who killed Uncle.
Oh, my dear, please, my poor nerves. I can't help feeling that it must have been an accident of some kind. Roger was so fond of handling queer curios. His hand must have slipped.
I saw Poirot edge up to the lawyer. They moved aside into the embrasure of a window. I joined them.
Not so. I am acting in the interests of justice. Miss Ackroyd has asked me to investigate the death of her uncle.
I cannot seriously believe that Captain Peyton can be concerned in this crime, however strong the circumstantial evidence. The mere fact that he was hard-pressed for money.
Was he hard-pressed for money?
It was a chronic condition with Ralph Peyton. Money went through his hands like water.
Then, seeing that I am acting for Miss Ackroyd, you will not object to telling me the terms of the will.
They are quite simple. £1,000 to his housekeeper, Miss Russell, £50 to the cook, $500 to his secretary, Mr. Raymond. The residue, including this property, to his adopted son, Ralph Peyton.
Mr. Ackroyd possessed a large fortune.
A very large fortune. Captain Peyton will be an exceedingly wealthy young man.
Do you really wish to aid me? It will be your part to ask the questions. I want you to introduce the name of Mrs. Ferrars. Speak of her in a natural fashion. Ask Major Blunt if he was down here when her husband died, and while he replies, watch his face.
I suggested strolling on the terrace with Blunt. How things change. I was up here last Wednesday. Ackroyd was with me, full of spirits. And now he's dead. And Mrs. Ferrars is dead. You knew her, didn't you?
Went with Ackroyd to call. Last Tuesday. Fascinating woman, but something queer about her. Deep.
Were you down here when her husband died?
No. From all I heard, it would be a good riddance.
After lunch, the lawyer, Mr. Hammond, announced he was leaving. Mrs. Ackroyd was very distressed about the upcoming inquest.
Now, as to the question of money, have you all you need for the present? Ready money? Cash?
That ought to be all right. Mr. Ackroyd cashed a check for £100 yesterday.
£100?
Yes, for wages. At the moment, it is still intact. He always kept his cash in his bedroom, in an old collar box.
Inspector Raglan unlocked Ackroyd's bedroom door, and we all went up. Geoffrey Raymond went to the bureau, opened a drawer, and took out a round leather collar box. He drew out a thick wallet.
Here is the money. You will find the 100 intact, I know. Mr. Ackroyd put it in here in my presence last night when he was dressing for dinner.
£100, you said, but there is only 60 here.
Impossible.
Then the affair is very simple. Either he paid out that £40 sometime last evening, or else it has been stolen.
Which of the servants would come in here yesterday evening?
The housemaid would turn down the bed, and the parlor maid is leaving. She gave notice yesterday.
Poirot and I accompanied the inspector to the housekeeper's room to question the staff. Miss Russell said the parlour maid, Ursula Bourne, had given notice because Mr. Ackroyd was very annoyed about her disarranging some papers on his desk. Ursula was summoned.
I must tell you, my girl, that a large sum of money is missing from Mr. Ackroyd's room.
I know nothing about any money. If you think I took it and that is why Mr. Ackroyd dismissed me, you are wrong.
It was yesterday afternoon that Mr. Ackroyd dismissed you, was it not? How long did the interview last?
I don't know. Something like half an hour.
After questioning both maids, the inspector seemed to still lean towards Parker. Poirot and I left the house together.
See, my friend, I will show you something. There was one person on this list whose alibi had no kind of confirmation. Ursula Bourne.
You don't think?
Dr. Shepard, I dare to think anything, but I confess I can see no motive for her doing so. Can you?
He looked at me so hard I felt uncomfortable. No motive whatsoever. Strictly speaking, Mrs. Ferrars in her letter mentioned a person, not a man.
But then it is possible after all. Yes, certainly it is possible. But then, I must rearrange my ideas. Method, order, never have I needed them more. Where is Marby?
On the other side of Cranchester, 14 miles perhaps.
Would it be possible for you to go there tomorrow? See this, Mrs. Folliot. Find out all you can about Ursula Bourne.
I don't much care for the job.
It is not the time to make difficulties. A man's life may hang on this.
Poor Ralph. You believe him to be innocent, though.
Do you want to know the truth? My friend, everything points to the assumption that he is guilty.
What?
Yes, that stupid inspector, for he is stupid, has everything pointing his way. I seek for the truth, and the truth leads me every time to Ralph Patten. Motive, opportunity, means. But I will leave no stone unturned. I promised Mademoiselle Flora, but very sure indeed.